Thank you, Matt. Attacks against Asian Americans across the country are reaching a boiling point, and local community activists are speaking out.
Newswatch 12 is following how the Southern Oregon Coalition for Racial Equity is tracking those bias incidents. Newswatch 12's Tyler Ridgell joins us now from the Medford Police Department. She's been in contact with officials about how the bias crimes should be reported. Tyler, what have you heard from the community members regarding the anti-Asian sentiment so far?
Well, Brian, one So Equity leader tells me that since they set up their bias reporting system, few incidents have been reported. And Lieutenant Mike Boudreau here at the Medford Police Department tells me no incidents have been reported since 2015 when he looked back at the records.
It needs to be reported. It's called intimidation.
Lieutenant Mike Boudreau at the Medford Police Department says from his training, he has come to learn that hate crimes are rare. Is there any way to really identify if it is a hate crime?
We would have to prove that the action that they were doing was A, illegal, and B, that they were doing it based on their perception of the person's protected class.
One Southern Oregon cardiologist almost had her mask ripped off and was verbally assaulted at a grocery store by a man, and had one woman blocking the door at the same grocery store calling her racial slurs. When Newswatch 12 tried to contact her, she declined another public interview in fear that the lives of herself and her family members could be threatened. The logistics director for the local community organization So Equity says not everyone is comfortable filing a police report. Any of these cases being reported to law enforcement?
We provide that option of supporting the person who reported in filling out a police report if they want to, but we have no direct partnership with law enforcement.
And So Equity isn't the only group condemning the recent crimes against Asian Americans. IRCO's Pacific Islander and Asian Family Center gave Newswatch 12 a statement saying, quote, IRCO's Pacific Islander and Asian Family Center continues our work towards creating a safe space and building alliances to keep our communities safe from hate crimes, racial injustice, and violence. Supporting our communities and building awareness will help our communities at risk feel safe during these vulnerable times. Aside from supporting victims and giving them resources, So Equity says it will also provide training to its volunteers who decide to help victims through these times. And they'll also be tracking any regional trends that they notice as reports come in. Reporting live in Medford, Tyler Ridgell, Newswatch 12.